Hello everyone. How are we? Good, yes, we're all having a good 2019 so far? Yeah. It's got to be better than the last few years, hasn't it, eh? Well, with Brexit, Trump and Love Island. I just didn't think it was going to get any more depressing, but it is. Have you heard the latest news to make the whole world feel more miserable? Dido's just released a new album. Yeah, so we're all fucked now, aren't we? Honestly, it's the last thing we fucking needed, wasn't it, ladies? Listen, I'm not going to talk about politics tonight. I would like to, but I don't know enough about them, to be honest. I mean, I know the basics, like last year was all to do with Theresa May and her dancing. Yes, she looks a bastard, doesn't she? Hey? Oh, she looks a bastard. I'm not interested in her dancing. The one thing that bothers me about that woman is the size of her nostrils. Have you seen them? Oh my god, if you've not, let me tell you, I wouldn't want to share a gram of coke with that fucking bitch. Harsh but fair, isn't it? Michael Gove would, wouldn't he? He'd share it with that bitch. Maybe I'd have more of an interest in politics if it was like America. It's better there, isn't it? It's more entertaining. Do you remember they had their lead up to their election? They had Hillary Clinton on stage with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Do you all remember that? You wouldn't get that in this country, would you? There's no way to see Theresa May live on stage at Blackpool Pleasure Beach campaigning with the cheeky girls, would you? Bitch. Anyway. So a few things about me. I used to be cabin crew, everybody. Yeah. Surprised, are we? A gay that used to be cabin crew. Bitches. In fact, a lot of my friends still are cabin crew now, or hookers. No, it's really good. It means we can go out midweek. I used to work for a budget airline. I'll let you guess. I'll give you a clue. It's a bit like Gemma Collins. Very cheap, very irritating, a very gaudy shade of orange. Any guesses? EasyJet! EasyJet. Oh, thank you, sir. But it was actually Ryanair, but thank you for trying. Yes. That's something I learned, right, when I was cabin crew. You have to go through a lot of training, right? You know when you're on a plane, everybody, and you're just about to take off? Does anybody fly? Yeah. Right, when you're on a plane, you're just about to take off, and the other gays are doing the safety demonstration. You know that, when the other gays are doing all this, right? You know when the gays tell you to do the brace position, yeah? Well, the brace position was never actually designed for your safety in mind. The brace position was designed to protect your teeth so that if you do crash on landing, you can be identified from your dental records. It's true. Not much point of doing that on an EasyJet flight, though, is there? Most of those passengers don't even have their own teeth, do they? Years ago, cabin crew, when I did it, it was very glamorous, but now, with the rise of like budget airlines, anyone can do it, can't they? I used to work with a girl called Paula McGregor from Blackpool with a side pony. What's a fucking side pony? And sometimes you'd be like, at work, you'd be on a plane, and you'd be in a situation where a larger passenger would come on board and they wouldn't be able to do up their seatbelt. So in this instance, you would have to discreetly offer them an extension seatbelt. Not Paula McGregor from Blackpool with a side pony, no. She'd wait at the front of the plane, wait for everyone to sit down and make an announcement. If anyone needs a fat belt, put your hands up now. I got sacked from cabin crew, everybody, yes? Something very minor about leaving a door open. Anyway, I had my birthday in January. Any other January birthdays in here? Yes. When's yours, madam? 15th. So that's right bang in the middle. That's absolutely shit, isn't it? Probably weren't a planned pregnancy, maybe. But it's not fair, is it? You must be like me. If you go out for your birthday, everyone's really ill, aren't they? They've got no money, yes. They've got cold sores. That might be the gays. Dry January, that's the worst excuse to not go out for your birthday, isn't it? In fact, this year, some of my friends were kind enough to take off the 75% sticker from the Lynx Africa gift set they get me every year. Anyway, so this year I was 37, everybody. Gays look a bit younger than normal people, don't they? Apart from the ones who do crystal meth. But I stopped that in December. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, do you know what makes me feel old? Right, give me a cheer, all the over 35s in the room. Not many. Probably too tired, aren't they, to raise a hand. What makes me feel old? See if you can relate to this. When you hear songs that you used to take drugs to, yes, now being used to advertise Next. You know the one, don't you? Only feels like yesterday I was dancing around, treating myself to a little K-hole to Had Away What Is Love. And now I'm in Matalan buying beige flax to it. happened to me. And not just any old shade of beige, is it? It's that very specific shade of beige that the older gentleman will wear. Shade of beige you can only really accurately describe as hearing aid beige. Tell you what else makes me feel old. Give me a cheer, all the under 21s. Oh, there's a lot of them, right. What makes me feel old? When I listen to Capital FM, I don't have a clue who anyone is now, right? Dua Lipa, do a bastard Lipa. I thought that was a third world country. Honestly. Ariana Grande. I wrote my resignation letter to Debenhams in the 90s in that font. So a few months ago I found out that Justin Bieber wasn't actually a lesbian. Watching the Brits with my mum not long ago, she says, I hope the bin bag man wins something. She meant the rag and bone man, didn't she? She's 75 now, everyone, she's getting things wrong. Yeah, I rang her up the other day, she said, I can't talk right now. I said, why not, mum? She said, I'm watching my favourite programme. I said, what's that, mum? She said, Martin Luther King, the money-saving expert. She got wrong, didn't she? And do you remember last year? We had the royal wedding? Do you remember the urban wedding we had? Do you remember Meghan's wedding, everybody? Urban, wasn't it? Because the preacher man, the gospel choir, didn't we? Everyone said, look at the urban wedding. I tell you how urban that royal wedding was. I was watching it in the living room in Manchester with the sound off. My mum walked in, she thought I was watching Sister Act 2. She said, turn it up, I love this bit. Anyway, so where were we? We thought, oh, my birthday, weren't we? We were talking about my birthday. Right, so I was in a gay bar, right? And then a younger gay got up and offered me a seat. It makes me feel old. Anyway, he said, how old are you? I said, I'm 37, right? He said, all right, so you're a daddy now, are you? Daddy, do I look like a daddy? Actually, don't answer that. Daddy, no. Retarded uncle, maybe, but daddy, no. Daddy's bears. We all know what a bear is in the gay world, everybody? We do, yeah? Well, if you don't, a bear, essentially, is just a great big fat hairy gay. It's true, madam, it's fine. They like to be called bears, they hang around with other bears, mainly in the woods. Right, but because all of us here in this room, right, because we all live in the millennium, don't we? And there's so many fucking gays in the world now, yeah? Because there's so many gays in the world, the population of bears have also increased, so the bears have had to give themselves subcategories to identify themselves. Polar bear. Anyone guess what a polar bear is? Very old, big fat gay. Very old. Very, very fucking old. Probably seen a few wars. Panda. Panda gay. Anybody? It's not Asian. Someone shouted out maybe the other day. Rude, isn't it? Panda. Panda gay. Very tired, big fat hairy gay. Very fucking tired. Probably been up all night rimming another polar, haven't they? Disgusting, isn't it? Have we all heard on the news recently that everyone's going on about straight pride? Anyone heard that? So make it a thing. Ooh. Give me a cheer, all the straights in the room. And the gays. A few. Probably in the toilets, aren't they? Who thinks we should have straight pride? Nice. But I was at a gig the other day, to be fair, it was in Cardiff. And the man in the front row was insistent we should have straight pride. And I said, listen, you have your straight pride, but I'll tell you, you tell me next year if you want it again. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, it's exhausting. And I don't think you've got the stamina, quite frankly. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, listen to me. 2 months of every year, as a gay, I have to roll around in a field, off my face, snorting ketamine off a flip-flop, with a rolled-up scratch card, whilst waving a rainbow flag in the sky before heading off to a massive 15-hour orgy in a Premier Inn. That deserves a clap. I've never said that sentence before. I've not really got time, but I'd like to say it again, actually. Rolling around in a field, snorting ketamine off a flip-flop with a rolled-up scratch card, whilst waving a rainbow flag in the sky before heading off to a massive 15-hour orgy in a Premier Inn. Very good, isn't it? Yes, I can do anything now if we can get that out. Anyway, I'm going to have to go soon. Oh no, I'm sorry everybody, but yeah, it is Pride Month and we spoke a lot about gays tonight, haven't we? Yeah. Probably too much, to be honest with you. But yeah, me and my boyfriend, we've been together now for 10 years, we just got engaged, you know. You want to see my ring? Thank you. But yeah, it is Pride Month, so you know, we should celebrate gays, and it's good because now, you know, gays have got a lot of like courage to come out. There's a lot of celebrities, sports stars, pop stars who now will come out. They wouldn't have done years ago, wouldn't they? And it reminds me of the very, very shocking and surprising news that we had a few years ago, didn't we? That Barry Manilow is still alive. Fucking hell. Guys, I've been Russell Arathoon. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you very much.